Hello, didn't see you there. Fancy running into you in this place once again. As you can see, we're on our way back up to heaven. Hey. Okay, sorry. Okay, hey. How's everyone doing? I almost forgot to turn something off, but hey, now we're here. How's everybody doing? It's Friday, which, as we all know, means only up day, and never something different that is normally a tradition on Fridays. Sagen says potential winning stream. Jen says just got home poggers. Just in time, Jen. Platoon says wavy. Hi. How's everyone doing tonight? Also, how are things sounding? We have our chill stream beats once again for the stream, since we're having a relaxing stream of Only Up. Please let me know how that sounds for y'all. If it sounds too loud or if it's too quiet in comparison to the game and to myself. But yes, we are here in heaven. I mean, I'm gonna be completely real with y'all. I started playing about 40 minutes ago, and I have fallen from above down to the ground about 4 times already. And luckily, I've timed it. Thanks to the social elevator, we can get back up to heaven in about 6 minutes. So I mean, it's still faster than climbing all the way back up manually, but they make you wait a little. They make you reflect on your actions. And I keep missing like the stupidest jumps. It's kind of making me mad. Like some of these steps catch you for some reason. It's really janky. But hey, how's everyone doing? Paige says nothing catastrophically wrong with the stream yet. That's true. We're doing really good tonight. Okay, better grab that. It's been acting a little funny tonight. Like, I don't know. It's probably just my imagination, but like, the character has not been grabbing things very well. It's been a little irritating. Feels like I keep like bouncing off of stuff that I should have grabbed, but alas, what can you do? Yeah, so we're playing Only Up, and the goal is to get up. I mean, we might even, as Sagen implied, this might be our final stream. Where did my glasses go? It's gonna be one of those streams, huh? I wish I knew what caused that. Very strange. The glasses have already disappeared twice since the stream started. I don't know what would cause that, but we'll press on for now. Yeah. Jen says, how we doing? I'm doing pretty well. I had a pretty decent day, as the kids say. It was good. I don't know. The week's actually been pretty good overall for me. Like no nonsense, stressful things, which is nice. Just chill, fun, good times. Got to go to a really fun concert last Sunday, which has put me in a pretty good mood for the week. Makes me realize that maybe I should get out of the house more often and do things. Because sometimes it's nice. But anyway, yeah, no, I don't got any complaints really. How's everybody doing? Jen says, I'll make you Fanta into a Lala Gray. Lala? Oh, like the other Lala. Not the one that frequents the streams, but the other kind. I see. Jen says, I'll beat Only Up. Alright, Jen, whatever you say. Picks or it didn't happen. Sagen says, who'd you see? Oh, that's right, Sagen, you probably didn't hear about it. So, I mean, it's not like I didn't go... Ooh, okay, hold on. Yeah, so... For those who may recall, last Sunday, I ended up doing an early stream for Final Fantasy XIV. And it also ended up being a shorter stream than usual. And that's because I went up there's kind of a biggish city near where I live that has like lots of like concert venues and stuff. And there was a band coming through that I went to, that they come through about once a year, it seems like, called Bit Brigade. They do video game music, which is really fun, but their kind of their cool spiel is that one of the members of the band will speedrun the game as they play the game soundtrack. And they change the tempo and the song to match like whatever like level or thing they're doing. They'll like match the sound effects and stuff. It's like very, very fun, kind of interactive, I don't know, speedrun, I guess, really. Yeah, so they did, for this last concert, they played, they were playing DuckTales, classic NES game DuckTales, which was sick. And then they also did Legend of Zelda, the original one. And it was really fun. It was just a good fun time. Like they're just, they're like kind of like an indie band, and they tour around and do like a fun show. And the other cool thing, finally, I have not made this jump yet today. I keep falling on this cross, literally 3 times. The cross failed me. I don't like that symbolism. But the other cool thing about the concert is that they had, and it wasn't announced that as far as I know, they had like a surprise opening act for the concert from a band called The Megas, which, again, this might be too nerdy for all you youngins in chat tonight, but back in the earlier days of YouTube, like circa 2010, 2011, the Megas were kind of a pretty cool big deal back then. They're a Mega Man themed band, and they do music based off of the Mega Man games, as well as like original songs about Mega Man. And they are also an extremely fun show, and I didn't even know they were still together. Like because I hadn't like heard anything from the Megas in years, and so I assumed they'd kind of broken up and moved on to other things. But no, they were the opening act for the concert, and it was super cool. That's right, there's a bed down there. Beds are for cheaters. I'm trying to like remember how to play the game as we play the game, which is always the funnest part about the first 30 minutes or so of the stream. But yeah, so it was really cool. The Megas were playing for like the first like half, well, about 45 minutes. They were the opening, and they did such classics as I Wanna Be the One and Fly on a Dog, and was it like A Letter from Light, like just a bunch of like cool Mega Man songs I really liked back in the day. And they are still sick. Super sick band. I was excited to see them. So yeah, it was a fun, very nerdy concert, but I haven't done anything like that in a while. No. Oh, okay. I'll also be honest, right before the stream started, I looked up a couple of like mechanics things about like how to, I didn't look up like any shortcuts or anything, but I was like looking up like ways to like play the game. And so like I figured out a few controller tricks or control tricks. I guess they're just mechanics, so like it's like part of how the game's designed. As far as how you can kind of manipulate things to be just ever so slightly more cooperative. Like I've learned how you can kind of abuse the slow-mo mode to kind of reposition yourself a bit better and catch onto things better. There's also a way to kill your momentum mid-air, which is extremely useless if you're useful if you're trying to, you know, not overshoot. I forgot that does that. Oh, I was not ready. But hey, it sounds like it was an entertaining show. I'll have to look them up. No, it was super fun. And I'll say I'm actually really surprised. As far as I can tell, Bit Brigade is not they're not officially on YouTube, but you can find like people that have recorded their concerts and stuff on there. I think they're like on Instagram. I think that's like where they post all their stuff, which is interesting. Like, it feels like a missed opportunity personally. No, don't leave without me. Hand of the Lord, our Savior. But no, it was super fun. I went to see them. They did a Halloween show last year. It was their first time coming to Utah, from whence I am. And their Halloween show last year was super fun. They did Halloweenish. They played Castlevania 1 and Mega Man 2.
Education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope. Hope breeds peace.
True. But yeah, it's just a fun different kind of show, because like they're like these days there's lots of bands that like do video game music. But like it's fun to see a band that like actually incorporates the video game into the show. So I like them. It says, yeah, seems like a questionable marketing strategy. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, because I will say, like, I'm honestly shocked that Bit Brigade came back to Utah for another show, because to be a hunt, because here's the thing, like I recognize like they're an indie group, right? So it wasn't like what just what? Excuse me? The hell was that? Okay. I don't know what the hell physics just happened there, but I don't want those to happen again, please. What was I saying? Yeah, so their first year coming to Utah, I kid you not, there was maybe 20 people at the show, and it was really sad. But I mean, it was still like a really fun show. But I was like, it's just like it was a bummer that like a group that talented had a show that small. And I mean, this year was slightly better. There was like 30 people maybe. And again, it's like really, like, oh, don't. So it's like I'm glad they came back. I hope they still keep coming back, but I don't know how big their shows usually are, because I don't imagine 30 is a terribly big crowd. But it was fun though. Like, I think because I went to the show with some of my family. There with my uncle and my cousin, and I think we three were the only repeat people from last year's show, at least as I could tell. So I think the three of us constitute the entire fan base for Bit Brigade in Utah. But don't. But it's a cool show. And if they happen to be coming near your area, you should check them out. Or at least check them out online, because they're cool. I bought a t-shirt from them. I'd show you the t-shirt, but that's not exactly how the where'd my glasses go? It's not exactly how the VTube formula works, unfortunately. The IRL shirt does not translate into the flippin' hell. Stop being so dadgum twitchy, you son of a gun. So he says, oh dear lord. He says, you're in trouble, Mr. Great Alan Grayson. That wasn't as bad as it could have been. And says, I have my mother energy drink and I'm grinding only up. And, oh, that's really exclusive. Jen says glasses. Yeah, thanks, Jen. Yeah, I don't know where the glasses are going, but please let me know when they leave, because they are contractually obligated to stay. Like, and if they're trying to bail out early, they're in trouble. Good Lord. I forgot how persnickety this game is. It's such a funny thing with Only Up, because, like... Oh, please. Like, 'cause every time I start playing... Like, every time I get ready to play Only Up, I'm always excited about it. Thank you. I'm always excited for it. But then, like, once I start playing, like, actually playing, I remember,
The more
like...
I know, the less I know.
Thanks. Like, once I start playing only up, I remember, like, oh, it's only up. The controls are janktastic. Okay. Okay. Getting there, we're getting there. Ben says, what do you think is causing them to not stay on? I'm really not sure. Like I'm really... Like, it was a thing, like, way back when I first started streaming. It was a thing where the glasses would, like, come off periodically. And I could never quite figure it out. But then, like, it also just... Okay. It suddenly stopped. And it hasn't done it for probably, like, 8 months or so. At least, like, to the... Like, I don't know, like, it'll just happen sometimes. I'm not... Like, all of my other, like items and costumes and things that I do, they're on timers, right? And so those are designed to turn off after a certain amount of time. But the glasses are supposed to stay on the whole time. I'm not sure. It's like and they are on, like, there's a hotkey toggle. Oh, you better grab that chess piece. And so, like, I can push a button and take them off and on. Like, I don't think,
to all
like,
the foolish,
on a controller,
madness, to all the smart,
like, I'm not playing on the keyboard
wit.
even. It's very, very strange. Okay. So he says, humor is objectively an awfully game. It really is. It's so bad. And I saw, I mean, I'm not going down there to show you, but down at the very bottom, they have an option that's coming soon called night mode, which I assume is just playing the exact same, like, map, but, like, in pitch darkness, which sounds like the worst thing. Like, who would do that? This is a tracking issue or software? I mean, it could be tracking, I suppose. Like if it's, like, losing track, like, I don't know, actually. Like, I'll really have to, like, I'll have to, like, dive deep on that sometime. Like, it's not, like, a huge problem. It's more just, like, an oddity. Like, as far as, like, the... on the list of things that go wrong on my streams, the glasses magic disappearing act is a pretty low priority, I'll be honest. I mean, I do want to solve it eventually, but it's not high priority yet. But we'll get there, you know. You know how it is. Yeah, so for those who remember, we got here pretty quick, actually. I'm pretty proud of that. Only took us like 20 minutes. But this is where we had our mega donk and crash to doom, because we tried to use this mattress to skip all the way over to Atlas there, and you do make it all the way over to the Atlas. The problem is that, like, I overshot him by about 6 miles last time, which it didn't work out for me. I think we've learned our lesson, because last time we went at full tilt madness speed and we overshot him by 1.5 miles. So this time we're going to go at full tilt madness speed and assume that doing the same thing twice equals success. Jen says, I forgot to equip the anime head. Oh wait, this is, I gotta jump down. I mean, Jen, you can, as long as you can, like, as long as you have, like, some way to prove that it's you, like, that's all we really need. Like, you don't have to specifically have, well, I guess if you already jumped, though. Jen says, Steven has an achievement for beating the game. This is that enough proof for only the anime head screenshot? I mean, I guess if you can have, like, a non-photoshopped, like, achievement, like, screenshot, that would probably work. Because I imagine, like, it'll have, like, your name and stuff next to it, right? Or I guess you could, like, kind of crop up a page that shows you next to the... Yeah, I mean, as long as you have, like, a way to legitly prove, like, that it's you, then I'll take it. But you also have to remember that I'm gonna get to the top first, because I'm way better at games than you are, Jen. Remember that. You can't get there first because I'm better. Okay. I'm like, I'm so scared to make this jump because it worked so poorly the first time. Oh yeah, that's the thing I learned is there's a roll mechanic in this game, which I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be for. But the roll mechanic is a really good way to kill your momentum mid jump. And so my plan here is I'm going to do a super sick jump to Atlas over there. And before I overshoot the planet, we're going to do a sick barrel roll. We're going to make Star Fox proud, and we're going to win glory. Since I'll take a full monitor screenshot of my Steam page, I'll have my user at the top. Yeah, that'll work, Jen. I mean, that's only if you beat the game, though, obviously. Which we all know you won't. You can't. Oh my god, I'm so scared to make this jump. I don't know why. Oh, I know why, actually. Gotta put the momentum cancel strat into motion. I know Sajan's... like, for some reason, like, I have, like, a legit fear of heights all of a sudden. I'm gonna go for it. Oh, I'll take it. Oh, I don't like the way the globe actually spins, like, underneath you. I don't like that. I bet there's like a pro strat for like landing like on the plants up above or something to save even more time or something, but I'm gonna count my victories just for getting... Like, that was a big old chunk we just skipped. That was good. That was good stuff. Good job, me. Like, what do you figure this puts us as? Is this like 60%? 70%? Anybody know? Any pro only up players in the chat? And use that as momentum cancel. As soon as that's projection gray. Jen says you'll never beat this game, gray. And then Jen taking a picture of your monitor, right? Might just be good enough. Jen says there are some really janky parts up ahead. Jen says 51%. Jen says 60 to 70. I'll take it. Alright. Yeah, how's everybody else doing tonight? Anybody have anything fun they've been up to? Or like any news, noteworthy or otherwise?
As one monk said, it's not what goes into you that's important, but what comes out of you.
Ah, yes. Defecation. Okay. How do we do this? The heart's not real. Love isn't real, guys. It's a lie. Spicy. Okay. Please, just let me have mercy. He says, dude, just hit an invisible concrete wall. Dan says, let's play will paint the invisible wall. I just after much evaluation, I'm thinking I will dive into C++ course. Sajan. Oh. After evaluating that comment, I'm wondering if maybe you should instead consider seeking help from a mental health professional. Because why C++? Jen says, ooh, that's cool. I guess in all seriousness, Sage, and what's bringing on the sudden interest in coding? What's your thought process? Walk us through it, please. Sage says this is a mandatory thing, honestly. Mandatory? Is that true? Are they teaching C++ in schools now? Anybody else notice like the sudden Valentine's Day theme going on? Oh, squonkily. I don't like the squonkeliness of this octopus, guys. It's like undulating slightly beneath my toes. That's gotta feel real uncomfy. Ooh, okay. Good. Oh, cream-filled sandwich cookie is my favorite. Delicious and non-brand specific. My favorite. Okay. It's okay. I'll imagine falling at this part. Kind of noobo would you have to be to do that? Yeah, we're gonna sit on this weenie real quick and just hold on tight. So it's probably just a really solid income opportunity, and being able to actually program stuff would be really cool. That's fair, Sagen. I mean, honestly, C++ is a very high demand language. Like, just always. Like, that's just a fact. Please. Okay. There are no atheists in Only Up. There's only desperate begging to higher power that may or may not listen to you. Jeez. Okay. Please. Okay. So of all the languages I had to choose from, I think C++ would be the best option in terms of flexibility and adaptability. I mean, honestly, you're not wrong. Like, C++ is used in so many things, and it also serves as a pretty good springboard in terms of, like, if you ever want to get real froggy and start learning like multiple languages, like having C++ as like your first language, so to speak, would get you pretty well. Oh my, please, Lord, rest me on this tricorn. Okay. Great. That's pretty cool though, Sagen. Like, honestly, like, I hope that. Oh, this moves. Where the hell are we going? This game is a journey, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Where are we going? Please don't take me somewhere deathly. Appreciate the pirate music though. And then it would probably be much easier after knowing it. That's true, Sagen. Again, not a bad choice. I respect it. I mean, and as somebody who only got so far into computer languages as to learn HTML and then give up because that was too much, like, wait.
You are about to meet the king of the world. He will answer any one question you have, and he will grant you one wish.
Cool. I gotta say, like, honestly, like, these like automatic movement sections always stress me out, because like I don't know, like, how limited my opportunity is to whatever. Okay. Guys, we're about to meet the king of the world. Real quick, what question should we ask the king of the world? Like, we have a chance. What should we ask? He says we'll just see how Argo actually goes. That's fair. I mean, I hope it goes well, Sagen. I mean, that'd be an excellent skill to have in your toolkit. Like, even if there's like no immediate payoff, just like the process of learning that'll be real good for you. Fina says, "Good morning." Hi, Fina. How are you? I guess it is morning for you, isn't it? How's your day going? How's your day starting? I guess we're having a real relaxing time. We're about to meet the king of the world, apparently. Is this the king of the world? Brock? Brock is king? Maybe they just really like Dwayne Johnson. I don't know. This game, like, I love these sections where it's like just like nice and easy, but it does give me a little bit of agita. Where were you going? It gives me a little bit of agita sometimes. I'm like, oh, I know a hard section's coming, and the hard sections aren't fun. These easy breezy sections never last. He says, yes, it's morning for Ling. Then he says, ask him how do we fix the economic problems in the country and make housing affordable again. You think the king of the world is a miracle worker, Sajin? Jeez. And certainly give it a shot if there's no other questions. But yeah, Finaling. How have you been lately? It's been a second since we last talked. Have you still been busy with work? Like, what kind of stuff you been up to? So if he doesn't know, then maybe he shouldn't be king. I mean, king is an inherited position. There's nothing inherently like that inherently suggests that you're qualified to be a king, except that you were born at a certain time in a certain place by a certain person. Oh. I know what the game wants me to do, and I don't know if I have the strength to do it. Gotta be kidding. This better be like an automatic thing. If I have to like aim myself. What? Okay. So you're telling me that if I don't change my direction, I just bounce off the ice. Okay. Oh my lord. Okay. Well, that's not terribly fair. Glasses. Thank you, Jen. Thank you for being a real one. And also, how do I roll? Are you playing on controller or on mouse and keyboard, Jen? Satan says, and we've found the inherent flaw in monarchy. I mean, I guess I can tell you, so for keyboard, Jen, you hit the left control button twice. Mouse keyboard? Yeah, so you just double tap the left control, like the crouch button. You basically just like double crouch. See, because like I crouch, and then if I double it, and I crouch, I do a roll. Yeah. It's very handy. That doesn't seem entirely fair. Like why is it aimed in such a way as that? Well, we're in the spooky region now. I hope everyone brought their coats. Well, there is like so much up in this game. I hate what I just learned. I hated learning that ice can break up here. Also, dare I say, was that actually a good game mechanic? Did the game just teach us what's coming ahead while we weren't in danger yet? That's like some Nintendo nonsense to like teach you game mechanics in a natural way, rather than just be merciless. But I think that implies that the second I touch ice, it's gonna start cracking beneath me, and I hate that. I actually despise that. It's not cracking immediately, okay. Delightful. Where's this king of the world? I have questions for him. Okay, these might crack. Oh. Oh no. Okay, we're just gonna kind of go a little quick. Oh, I knew it. Oh. Alright. Okay, that's not terrible. It looks like even if you fall on the ice, you have a pretty good chance of just falling back down here, which isn't that far down. Like, all things considered, that could have been much, much crueler. I'm sorry. I guess that wall's only sometimes real. Okay, so this isn't so bad. It's a little tedious because it's a lot of stairs, but This is surprisingly forgiving for a death section. And again, I know that I'm sure there are still many I'm trying to think of a word, like a say-so word for what this game does. I don't have a say-so word for it, so I guess we're just going to say this game is different. This game is different sometimes, you know? Jerks as right as a chicken. Jerk. So it's your fault. I see how it is. But thanks for stopping in, Jarek. Good to see you. It's been so long since last we talked, you know. Okay, so well, that's kind of nice. So the ones that break stay broken, so you know the path. That's actually merciful. Surprisingly. So, okay. And again, the fall isn't so bad here. Like, you have a really good chance of just falling back into the not death, so this is not the worst. Aha. Okay, got an elephant. But this one is not an asshole. I appreciate that. Okay, okay, this might be death ice. Okay. That's good to know. Okay. So it looks like even just jumping over the ice actually causes it to crack. So you don't have to actually land on it to make it go away. Okay. That's really the trick there, is you just jump like hell. King of the world? Elsa? Wasn't enough. Oh. Why didn't I sprint jump that? Oh, I'm so far away from oh, you gotta be kidding. What? Am I supposed to be down here? I feel like the answer is no. I feel like the answer is I am doomed. Oh, that is unfortunate. Was there no... Okay, I can get to Jesus from here, maybe. I think Jesus is probably my best chance for salvation. Which, hey. Oh, I wasn't ready to jump, though, you asshole. Alright, well, that doesn't seem terribly fair. Well, that, again, doesn't... I'm just, like, bouncing around like a son of a gun. Like, what is going on? Well, welcome back to the halfway point. That was kind of ludicrous, gonna be honest. Jen says I have fallen and I can't get it. It is definitely unfortunate, says Jen.
Sometimes it's hard to choose the right path, but don't be afraid. You can always repeat. We learn from our mistakes.
Alright, well. Satan says darn. Well, that was... I mean, all things considered, we've been doing pretty good tonight. That was the first major fall we've had. So I think, all things considered... I mean, it is unfortunate to get all the way back down to halfway. But we made some real good progress there. And honestly, there aren't that many... At least as of yet, there haven't been that many, like, super jankalicious areas. Like, it's just kind of a careful, cautious process in some flat spots. So then just guess Jesus wasn't there for you. Yeah, Jesus was looking only to help those who help themselves, I guess, that time. So, alas. Jen says, aha, 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 aha. The tune says could be worse. She could be back at the favelas. Right, yeah, that stupid place where the elephant yells at you. I don't like that one. That's actually something I'm really glad is, like, as long as we can take the social elevator, like that whole half of the game we never have to touch again. We can just focus on learning this half of the game. Which quite honestly is enough. Like, I feel like we made our point. We got up to the halfway point fair and square. And so I don't feel too terribly bad about using the elevator. Now, if we were going to start doing speed runs, obviously that wouldn't work. And obviously, when we start doing our world record speedrun attempts for Only Up, which is obviously going to happen, we're going to go for a sub 3-minute run someday. And it's going to be epic. Jen says you fell. Go rude, Jen. And I guess his insurance policy is good coverage for non-Earth natives. Oh, come on. No. No, non-Earthlings need not apply. So rude. Haruki Eriku channel. You can ban me if you don't believe me. That's fine. I'm dead ass annoyed and I can't what the heck is going on. Are you doing okay, Haruki? Something up? What's got you so peeved? If you don't mind sharing with the class. Jen says, what do you mean, bruh? Also, hello. We're pretty open for all manner of discussions around here, at least. Obviously, you know, certain topics discouraged, but generally fine for hearing things out. Satan says, why ban you? If I had to guess, Haruki has something to vent, which is fine. Everyone needs to get things off their chest now and then. That's why we're playing this super chill, relaxing game. Because we love love. Yo, I see a bed down there. Do we take the good time, fun time bed? Maybe later. I don't know where the good time, fun time bed takes us. That's the thing is, like, mattresses, like, scare me at this point. Because mattresses can be, like, awesome shortcuts, and they can also be just immediate death. Jen says, what's on your mind, brother? Murky speaks, I can understand if this comes off as promotion, but I'm not trying to do so. I'm trying to put Only Up as my game and setting, but it legit won't show up. Oh, like for a video you're posting? Like you're trying to, like, categorize it? And I saw you were live with it. Ooh. So what I've found is that, like, if you're searching in the settings, I thought you may have found a loophole. Yes. Yeah. So like in the gaming category, like, because you can choose a game, right? You have to type out, because the game is called Only Up with an exclamation point at the end, and I found that I had to put the exclamation point on there for it to actually put up the right game. That was at least my case. I can double check that. What would I? Oh, hey, also possible after stream, could you put you into Capture for a few shots for the next Warframe stream? Yeah, Sajin, we can do that. That's fine. Gotta get ready for that. I'm here. Actually, let me just double check that for you, Haruki. But I believe Yeah, so you have to type only up with an exclamation point, and that brings up the correct game in the category section. I just double checked it on my side. It's a little janky, much like the game, to be fair. So I got to work a few days back, but right now, even with the exclamation doesn't show up, I got Tetris. Similar to play Warframe, but I'm busy with other games, but I'll just restart PC, I guess. I mean, something else, Haruki. If you got it to work, if you got to work before, what I always do is I reuse settings. Like, so, like if you have a video or a stream that has the correct settings, you can when you go to create a new video or a new stream, you can reuse the settings, and it'll pull up the exact same category for you again. And then obviously you can just change the title and whatever else is different for that particular video. But that's usually what I do, is I copy and paste the majority of my content, or the majority of my stuff, and every time, and then I just change out what needs to be changed. Because I'm lazy. Sajan says, I'm actually quite excited for the next one. It'll be really fun. Yeah, I'm excited to play Warframe again, because it's been a hot second since we played Warframe. Yes, and I've been doing the reuse setting stuff, but I played Dead Space, so I can't. Well, I mean, so Haruki, you don't have to reuse the exact previous settings. You can go back and choose a specific video. Like if you go to reuse settings, it should give you an option to pick any video you want to reuse the settings on. Good lord. Wait, what? You can? No way. No, yeah, you can totally do that. At least for me when I do it, like, because like you go to like say like you're creating a new live stream, you go click create new live stream, and then you can, when it gives you the option for reuse videos, you click on that, like the video that pops up, it'll be the previous video you've done, but you can click on that video and it'll open up a drop down menu, and from the drop down menu you can pick any previous video you've done and reuse those settings. Yeah, because I play several, or like I stream several different games, and I'm always doing that so that I can save myself some headache and time. It is a handy little feature that YouTube gives you, because YouTube makes streaming awfully difficult compared to Twitch. No, but that is one freebie they give you. Berkey says, "Oh, you can indeed make templates." I never noticed it was a drop-down menu. No, it's totally fair, Haruki. I think I only figured that out because like I was watching a tutorial, and the tutorial like wasn't even about that, but the guy just like did it while he was doing other stuff, and it kind of blew my mind. I was just like, oh, that saves about 20 minutes of work rather than having to retype everything out. But no, yeah, I'm always down to help out a fellow tuber, because Lord knows it's hard enough. Like, there's no reason not to help someone out. Because Jeebus, like streaming. Like, I'm not sure if you're trying to stream or if you're just uploading a video, but yeah, I mean it's hard enough. There's no trade secrets around here. Ooh, hey guys. Don't bounce off like an a-hole. Yes, okay. Eric said, I had random VTubers constantly showing me things when I transferred. I now have a 950 MB speeds up. Oh, Sajin, you got that fiber internet? Are you one of those like fancy rich kids now? With internet faster than God? And Haruki, like, I 100% agree. I mean, I got very lucky when I first started. Like one of the very first people to stop by my streams happened to also be a streamer and a person that literally does like tech support for a living, and he helped me a ton, and so I'm always happy to pay that forward. Oh god. And for those who are wondering, that was Smo. Literally like my 4th subscriber, I think, was Smo, and he had the patience of a saint. Turkey says stream, but I was afraid I would have trouble getting info and help from you without coming off as promotion. No, I mean like I'm always willing to answer questions. Like if you had just come in here being like, hey guys, I'm playing Only Up, you should come watch me instead, that would have been a little debaggy. But I mean, like having a legit question is totally cool. Like that's fine. Like I mean, Jen would know better because Jen's the mod, but pretty sure the only things we've ever banned have been robots. Like we're pretty easygoing, and or lucky that no problem children have come by. Jen says congrats to the internet though. Jen says I'm stuck at the 100. This is all Americans, your fancy internet. Yeah, fiber internet, like, I mean, once you get fiber in your diet, you can't go back. Yeah, we've only banned lewd bots and such. So this is 100 should be more than enough for most things. Truth. I mean, honestly, yeah, if you've got 100, that's sufficient. Like the fiber internet is basically just to show off. Like it's gross how much there is, like more than you'll ever need. Eric says very early on after YouTube I got a crazy stalker. Yeesh. Sam says it's awesome. Ricky says they emailed me and texted my phone somehow. Yikes. That is a thing. Actually, I don't know how they. I guess there's probably hacky ways to do that, but like, because like if you make a public YouTube channel, I believe it's like, I don't know the exact details, but I believe it is relatively easy for someone that wants to get a hold of your Google email that's attached to your YouTube channel. I wish it wasn't so easy, but it definitely seems to be a thing people can do. And then that's not cool. I luckily haven't had to deal with anything like that, because I don't know, like we've had trolls come by now and then, but I guess they get bored really quick and they just leave. Which is a shame. Like I've really wanted to get like a good hater in here. So I feel like you haven't made it as a streamer until you have a good hater when it comes to hate. You don't want a stalker though. Stalkers are problems. Then they do have a lot of large follow episodes. There's a practical reason for it. That's true, actually. Actually, the best part about having fiber internet is the upload speed, because having good upload is great. Because Japan had crazy fast internet when I was there, mainly because most of the wires are above ground. Chance to have someone trying to drink over jumping stuff. This is bad. Yikes. And the worst I've had has been people who just seem to really enjoy talking to me. Yeah, I mean, there can be that. You get people who just get really, really sociable, which is a thing. I thought I crouched too soon and I was gonna die, fall off the planet. This is Grail, ban them faster than you can realize they are here. Thank you, Jen. You're very cool. Even if you are trying to actively ruin my life by making me turn into a lol of hell, I'll forgive you for your flaws because you're a good mod. No, not like this. Well, I'm on a banana. Haruki says, thanks for the help. I got us, you know why. I'll be sure to stop by again for sure, mainly because I want more YouTuber friends. That's because you really seem really chill. Bye and good luck. Thanks, Haruki. Yeah, good luck with your stream. I'll definitely have. I'll try to stop by your channel sometime and give it a look. See, I had a lot of streamer friends that are still over on Twitch. I'm the only one that's like left for YouTube, and so I have been trying to find new friends on the YouTube sides. So I'll definitely have to stop by and check out your stuff. Yeah, that's why I've trained to be the little prick you've come to know me as. Haruki says, thanks everyone. Yeah, good luck, Haruki. We'll see you later. Bye. Leaf. Hatun says, playing as a Lalafell is fun. Hatun, I think you're just trying to say that to make me feel better. That can't be right. Like there, I think we all know. Where am I? Where was I floating off to? Can't trust anybody that plays a Lalafell. We all know this. They're devious through and through. Oh no, guys, I really have to sneeze. Oh no. Oh, it's dying. It's dying in my sinuses. Ah, oh, it's the worst. Oh, my eyes are watering. Why am I still jumping? I can't see. Oh, why is this fish eating a carrot? We'll never know. Oh, it's the worst. Hate that. Yep, I'm not gonna sneeze, but now it's just gonna hurt. That's good. I hoped that would happen. I'm a god at this game when I'm distracted, though. Somebody else talk about things that take my mind off of Only Up, because apparently I become an amazing gamer if I'm not actually paying attention to the game. Like, we haven't flubbed up for a long time. I mean, granted, this is a relatively easy section, but hey, you know. Then says, great, put this on to yourself. The Jen says, yes, you made Lala a mod. The Jen says, that's your hubris. Look at a bright light, it's Sagen. It's too late. And I forgot to... Oh, well, actually, no, peanut butter... Oh, glass is slippery, guys. Didn't know if you know. Yo. There's just a bed below the ocean. That is so scary. Okay. Okay. No, please. Thank you, Lollipop. I knew I could trust you. Man, thank goodness for suckers. There's one born every minute, I've heard, according to BT Barnum. I gotta say, like, Only Up really puts me like a weird cognitive dissonance. Or like, I guess because like I'm so focused on the game, like I just kind of say, like anything that like enters my head leaves my mouth. No, we're going for bed. This was a strat. Where do you figure this bed's gonna take us? Hold on. Oh, I desperately clung to the bed because I knew it was my only chance for life, but now I'm scared where it's gonna take me. Like, I don't know where to aim myself. Jen says blah blah only up. Other things. Jen says there. Thanks, Jen. Knew I could count on you. Oh, that bed's really only there to save you specifically for that exact problem. What an oddly specific bed. And yet, it saved my life. So I really can't complain. I can't say it's a useless bed because it was extremely useful just then. Come on, let's be pirates. Oh, hell yeah. Can climb the rigging. That's... Oh yeah, this is... Oh, you know, never mind. That scared the heart of my soul. They just says probably. Thanks, agent. Thanks for your input. Okay, we're going into the crawl of safety. Oh, stupid. Thank goodness for pirate ships, right? Why am I getting so fiddly on here? I'm just gonna knock myself off the boat. Jeez, stop me. All my bad habits from Final Fantasy are just getting into me. Like, I just can't hold still. I can't leave well enough alone. So we got pretty far up before. We probably got to like about 70%. Seems I know my input is incredibly valuable. That's why we keep you around, Sajin. It certainly isn't for your winning personality. No, it's nice to have you here. Your input is always appreciated. Glasses. Hold on. I need to reconfigure stuff. Okay. Perfect. Alright, I had my VTube studio window was blocked by something else. So I wanted to, because I'm trying to keep an eye on the glasses in the corner of my eye, but I appreciate cool people. Vince is still glasses. Impossible. Ooh. Where is the king of the world? It was implying that we were going to meet him soon. Unless, do we meet the king of the world at the very end of the game? I don't fully know what happens at the end, to be honest. I wonder if it still remembers. Yeah, the ice stays gone. That's really cool, actually. So really, as long as you get past once, then you always have your path afterwards. That's very handy. Okay. Well, this is as far as we got before we fell stupid. Hey, wow. It's the Leaning Tower of Pisa, guys. That's so cool. Yo, and a friend. Does he shake? He doesn't shake. You know? That's pretty cool, though. Now we gotta figure out how to climb this thing. Oh, we climb on the piano. The piano, guys. Duh. Sure, things. Isn't this thing tries to chomp me? I'm quitting the game forever. Oh yeah, Jen, how's your progress going? Are you at the top yet, huh? Huh, tough guy? I fell. My hubris. Can't I do that simple jump? Oh no. All my skill. Jen, you're stealing it. Give him back my skill. I use that for things. Thank you. This is pretty... Like, this just, like, looks nice. Like, Like, I realize this game is just like every single like asset bundle in the entire Unity store just thrown into one game. But, like, it's really nice. Like, there's kind of like a fun chaos to it that I enjoy. Guys, we're nearly at the thumbnail spot. Look at that. We're at the oranges. I don't think these are the oranges, but we're getting close. We're getting close to the thumbnail oranges. And then the thumbnail won't be clickbait, because I'll actually have been to the oranges. Oh no. Jen says, don't you worry, I'll catch up. Alright, Jen. We'll see about that. Oh, are these gonna... like, I'm wanting to be fast, but I don't know if I need to be fast. Oh. Oh, snowman. Your hat's not removable, right? It's a solid hat. The oranges. Look! Look at me, it's a thumbnail. Look at that. Crazy. Dreams do come true. Now I can say I earned that oh, wait! No! No, wait! That's not what I wanted at all! Oh, Lord, no! Not like this. Guys. It's not fair. There was time now. Oh, this is precarious as hell. I hate this area. I don't even know how to get up from here. I don't like this, guys. I'm gonna be completely honest. Jen says, oh, hey, look. I got... Shut up, Jen. I don't want to hear it. I despise everything about this area. We're going back to Atlas. I could learn how to do this part, but this is probably going to lead only to death. This is lovely. I'm just assuming that the water is not solid. I don't have anything to base that off of except that this game sucks and wants me to feel pain. What was... What? No, you can't. You can't just have a dinosaur. It's against the rules. What would he have done to me if I'd come this way? Would that have been the end? Like, no. Foul, I say. Foul on that.
The best revenge is not to be like your enemy.
Okay. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy, everybody. Why is there a brain and a fire, by the way? Can I gain your strength? Guys, I'm so much smarter. Gained the power of the brain. What does that do? What do I do with the brain? Anybody know what stat that boosts? Can I translate that to real life? Jen says the Higgs. Jen says I know what happens here. You're so rude, Jen. Jen says nothing. This is something that wasn't... You moved and that's a big deal. They're collectibles, I think? Collectibles for what? It's like, I got the crown, too. Like... There's no other achievements that I know of for this game. Is it like part of like a mask you can unlock or something? cheats. We are so good at this game, everybody. If you just ignore the fact that I've gone past Atlas 4 times now in this stream. But I mean, we haven't, I will say, we haven't had to use the social elevator yet. We've stayed above 50% the whole stream. Which, I mean, sure, we've fallen, but we get back up again. Ain't nothing gonna keep us down, We get knocked down, but we get up again. Anyway, I like that song. I'm going to grab this tentacle. Sucks me. Okay. Man, we're basically pros at this game. And can I say, like, I'm having a delightful time. Like, even though we've fallen and we've had hard luck, I'm loving this game again. Like, I'll be honest, and maybe people will recognize this, or probably noticed, but like last time we streamed this, I was having a less fun time for a portion of the stream. I mean, and to be fair, I don't think looking back, I don't think I was really even mad at the game. I think I was just getting really stressed because of the internet situation I was going through. Which, again, the whole internet debacle, which I'm so glad the internet's back again. Like, steady and normal, the way it should be. Like, I realized the internet thing really wasn't something I should have stressed about as bad as I did. It really wasn't that bad in the grand scheme of things. But, like, it was bugging me, because it was like, kind of like, this may come as a shocker to you, but I really do try to make these streams like as fun and as smooth as I can for people. Like, and I realize you're probably like, oh, but your streams break constantly in so many exciting ways. And you're right. my goal for every stream is actually to not have glitches happen, believe it or not. And but it was really bothering me to have something like consistently breaking like that was beyond my control. So I try really hard to bring a good show for you guys, or at least like a chill hangout time, if nothing else. And so I'm glad that is behind us, and we can once again just have good times. Seems yes for playing the game. It was a mystery of not having a clear answer to the problem. Yeah, it was dumb. I was letting it bother me a lot more than I should have, and that definitely was affecting my last Let Only Up playthrough, because I was getting really, like, I don't know, I was just like so generally stressed about it, like every little thing that was happening in Only Up was like really, I was like taking it personally. Which this is absolutely a game where you can't take it personally. Like, this game hates everybody equally. Like, I can't get mad at the game for screwing me over, because the game screws everyone over. You know? It's the South Park of video games, really, you know? It wants to hurt everybody. And so in that way, it's totally fair. Really can't claim a bias. But I mean, and this game is it's just delightful. Like, I mean, we'll see. Jen is claiming that there's more jankery ahead, which I think it's probably just Jen needs to get good at games, personally. I think there's zero jank in this game. It just requires sweet, sweet, delicious skill. But yeah, we'll see. We're having fun. I'm slightly less optimistic about us finishing tonight than I was at the start of the stream. But I mean, I think we'll see we'll see where we are, you know? It is also a Friday, which means that we could stream longer if people have patience for it. But if people are running out of patience, we can also just, you know, end at usual time and pick this up another day. I mean, every time we play this, we get a little bit better. We learn a little bit more. I think that's what really makes this game so satisfying to me. Is that there's seeing progress is really definitive in this game, right? Like, there are some games you can play and you can be like, oh, I don't know if I'm actually getting better. Like, you know, it's like unclear. Like in this game, you can tell you're getting better because you're getting farther. Like, it's just that simple. And so, like, it's like very real, tangible proof. Like, I think that's actually, I mean, for anyone that's either played Getting Over It or watched somebody else play because you're a coward, that's actually something that Bennett Foddy talks about in the game. He talks about how getting over it, I mean, because he's talking about his game specifically, but he talks about how, like, getting over it is a real game in a way that a lot of other games aren't real, because the difficulty is so tangible, and like the loss and the victory is so emotionally raw that there's something to it. Like, there's and I recognize that these kinds of games are not for everybody, because some people can get really hung up on the loss aspect, which is totally okay. That hurts. It's totally understandable. Like, because it's not necessarily fun to lose, but I think this game is a really good example of how the victory is made to taste so much sweeter because of how bitter the defeat is, right? And so I think that's what I really like about it is I'm a masochist and I love being hurt. That's really the long and short of it. Okay. And there is a spot that you're 100% going to fall off. You don't know that, Jen. What if I'm a savant? What if I mastered the jump in one shot? One chance, one opportunity. My arms aren't weak, nor my arms spaghetti. Oh, it's... I did the same thing! Are you kidding me? Why would I... But no! I just did the same exact thing. No, turtle. Take me with you. I don't know where he takes us, but we're going. Oh, he's taking us to Atlas. Maybe? No, he's not. We're turtle. That's the wrong direction. This is not called only down. We go up here. Where the hell are you taking me, turtle? A hammer. It's an axe. Do you take me to Atlas? Don't waggle wiggle. Don't ever waggle wiggle. Oh, because he's standing on turtles, because it's turtles all the way down. Oh, he takes me over to here. Okay. Interesting. I guess we're doing it the legit way one time. Well. Sage, is that you played Getting Over It? So, Sage, and I personally have played Getting Over It. I've never beaten Getting Over It. I'll be fully upfront 100% honest about that. I mean, I really want to beat Getting Over It someday. It's on my bucket list because there is the secret, right? At the end of the, like at the very top of the mountain, there's the area you can only see if you personally beat the game. It's like, and I'm sure somebody on the internet somewhere has recorded what is at the top of the mountain, and they're a total cheater for doing that. But like, I want to get to the top of the mountain legit and see what's up there. Because I have a lot of respect for getting over it. I think it was a phenomenal artistic statement in a weird way. I'd love to beat it someday. It's just, it's so jankerific. And it says, ha 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 ha. Satan says, you fool. As I'm caught up again. The tune says, every time I turn back to the stream, you are following a tune. It's your fault. I can specifically blame you now. It's not my fault at all. The weight of your gaze increases the gravity on my person by 80%, causing me to drop like a stone. That's what's happening. It's all Hatoon's fault. Makes sense now. It was blameless the whole time, everyone. It's not like I am a god of Only Up. It's just I'm being dragged down by the ball and chain that is Hatoon Kester. It all makes sense now. Satan says, stream the game. Sci-Fi says, what is this game? Only Up? Satan Sci-Fi says, hey everyone. Hey Sci-Fi, how you doing? How's the move going? And the new video you're getting ready? Yeah, we're playing Only Up because we're having please. We wanted to have a fun, happy night. We wanted to start the weekend off good, you know? What? It says you needed a villain, I guess. It says, please do not call me your ball and chain. Alright. My shackles. I think, like, what's another... Oh, that's right. That's like the... What is the thing in Christmas Carol? The ponderous chain that's wrapped around Scrooge, dragging him down to hell. I love Christmas Carol. You know what, guys? It's officially September, right? You know what that means? We're only 3 months away from it being legal to watch Muppets Christmas Carol every single day for a month. Which, guess what I'm gonna do? Every single day for a month in 3 months' time. Jen says, I'm ahead of you, smiley face. That's so rude. Satan says, a god should be able to bear 10 times the graphene pose at any moment. So rude, Sagen. I'm like a minor god, you know? Every time I wander off the edge, my heart leaves and doesn't come back. Sci-Fi says, decent, a little tired from packing, but small bubble limbo is great. Nice. Very exciting indeed. And yeah, Sci-Fi Freak, I totally get that. I myself, I moved. It's been like, what was it? It was May, I think, May or June when I moved. It's been a couple of, maybe 2 or 3 months since I finished moving. But that was not a fun process. And there was a lot of other drama associated with it. But it's all over and done with now, and moving is not fun. But once you have successfully moved and are moved in, it is a wonderful feeling. So there's that to look forward to. Jen says, I am that god. All right, Jen. I'm glad you've been working on your humility, I see. It's good. It's important not to let things get to your head. Man, we have rode this pirate ship a lot. Also, can I just say, like, I usually, I mean, all joking aside, I feel extremely stupid that I missed that orange jump twice in a row, and for the exact same reason. I jumped the exact same way and expected it to work out differently for me. And that's, I'll be honest, that was embarrassing. I am ashamed of myself for that one. At least a little. Sages, you're not even demigod, you're a false idol. No. Come on, Sage. I'm worth at least 2 golden calves. Okay? Like, trust me. Seems it might be an idol at the best of times. Yo, can I can I start doing like, cause the VTuber idols are totally a thing, right? Can I start doing like VTuber idol stuff? Like if I do virtual concerts, will you guys buy tickets to the event and listen to my awesome singing? My sweet covers, cool songs. And I can start selling like just physical pictures of my model with like a digital signature printed onto it. It'll be so sweet, guys. Oh, and we could come up with a we'd have to come up with like a fun name for the fan base, right? Because every VTuber ever always has like a silly name they give to the fans. You know? It's like rule one of being a good VTuber is that you're supposed to have like a name for your fans before you even have fans. Which might have been the most obnoxious and annoying thing that I saw repeatedly on Twitter. And I mean, there's a lot of reasons to stop using Twitter. As much fun as I did having how many cool... Like, I did meet cool people on Twitter. There's so many obnoxious people on Twitter. Like, every time there's like a new VTuber that showed up on Twitter, they're like, hey guys, I'm debuting in 6 years. This is a rough sketch of what my model will eventually look like when it's completed. What name should I call all you guys who are my fans already? I was like, guys, you gotta stop, please. There's a reason the rest of the internet thinks VTubers are cringe. We are not helping our case. But as an aside, though, like, not everyone was like that. There's a certain subset of VTubers that are a little extra. That's okay. It's a streaming style that certainly lends itself to people who are extra. Toon says I pirated it. So rude, Toon. You can't steal my intellectual digital property that way. Sajin says idol culture ick. Because I get free interest as your mod, so sure. So rude. Because you might need a model upgrade first. What are you talking about? Do I need to get like a model with like really good jiggle physics? Is that what you're saying, Hatun? Is that what I'm missing? Ooh. Sci-Fi says Grayson's Yandere Academy. Duly noted. Same says another thing idols often get as an audience literally handed to them. Well, I mean, there's no. No, what was that? What the hell is happening? Oh, this is the one's gonna suck. Wait, no, it's fine. Oh, it's not fine. Oh, crap. It's not letting me move. Okay, well, that's not terribly fair, is it? I refuse to fall below halfway. That was actually pretty stupid what just happened there. That was not okay. I really didn't like that one. But we continue on. So that subset is composed of...
It's hard to choose the right path, but don't be afraid. You can always repeat. We learn from our mistakes.
We do learn from our mistakes. Thank you, random kid wearing a hat. Whose name I never know and whose face I never see because you always look away from me. That subset is just composed of imaginative children with dreams of grandeur. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely that. There's a lot of people getting to, like, and that's just like not even VTubing. That's just like anything like with like streaming or YouTube. There's a huge amount of people that start doing it with this idea that it's going to be super easy, or at least like it's going to be like, it'll just be like a thing that automatically happens. like there's this myth, right? They're like, oh, well, you just have to be consistent. And if you're consistent, you'll grow. And it's like, well, if you're consistently putting out garbo, you're just going to have a big pile of garbo. And no one's going to be interested still. But, you know, that's a whole other thing. Then at least corporate VTubers. Well, I mean, well, the thing actually you say, I mean, this is a whole other side conversation. But, I mean, and I can't say that I know for sure how it started off. But most corporate VTubers actually, because there's auditions, right? Like, I mean, and it's kind of quirky because they call it auditions, but really it is like, it's a thing where like the people who become VTubers, like these bigger companies, they usually started off being smaller, independent, either VTubers or streamers, and then they get signed on. And so it's not like something where like they start at zero and then immediately are handed the world. Like, there's still people that worked hard to get where they are. And they're certainly, I mean, because being part of an agency is like, it's an opportunity and a shortcut to a certain extent, because your growth basically like will like unnaturally speed up, right? Because the people that like subscribe to other streamers from that same corporation will probably just automatically subscribe to you and watch your stuff automatically. And so it's a really good way to artificially bump up your growth. But I mean, there's still generally people that are talented and have worked hard. Like, it's, and to be fair, like the other thing is like the corporate VTubers get way worse hate. Like, they get so much harassment. Like, there's a reason where like every month you always hear about like a corporate VTuber that's being like harassed into retirement, basically. Or like they're just giving up streaming entirely because they can't handle it anymore. So, but I mean, and personally, like, I joke about how like Gura is my favorite VTuber, which I guess like if I had to pick a random corporate VTuber, she probably is my favorite because she's pretty funny. But like the corporate VTubers have so much other stresses going on, like, because they're generally Japanese companies running them, and working for a Japanese company, even as a streamer, is just the worst. Like, they have so many rules they have to follow, and they are not actually making like their subscriber count and their donations that they get. Like, you'd think they're making a lot of money. They're really not. They are the company they're contracted under is making a ton of money. They're making maybe like 20% of the money like they're bringing in is actually what they're getting. It's that's a whole other, because it's basically people that get exploited, like, because they're opting for an easier path, and the cost is pretty grievous, to be honest. Like, it's certainly something I would never consider. Oh, okay. Brett, my glasses. Okay. And some power siphoning powers actually hurt. Siphons are okay. What did you learn about when contemplating existence during the fall? I learned that the universe is cruel and that love isn't real. That's what I learned when I fell that time. Anybody that says they've ever fallen in love is a liar, because there can be no such thing as joy in the universe. Which is idols from large companies get fans handed them. Smaller companies that are independent idols need to work harder. You get that big pulse of inspiration. Seems that I thought there were debut streams that were just TYSTC. I thought there were debut streams that were just Tistic. I don't know what that means. Sci-Fi says, if you're consistent, you'll grow. That is absolute donkey. I have like 70 videos. I'm hard locked at 120 subs, and it's not like my stuff is low quality either. I blame Lighty's algorithm for it. I mean, and that's the thing is like, I mean, I guess to make your point about like debut streams, it's like, it's because when they sign contracts with new corporations, they have to like create a whole new persona. What was that? Excuse me? What the hell? Okay, that one was actually just a bunch of horse honk. Hey, that's different. Well, all right. I didn't. That was baloney. But I mean, so like debut streams are kind of, because like
sometimes it's hard to choose the right path, but don't be afraid. You can always repeat. We learn from our mistakes.
I know, I get it. But yeah, so I mean, so debut streams are kind of a misnomer in that like it's their first stream as that VTube model for that company, but it's never been a case where like it's somebody's first stream. Like they've always been streaming successfully, doing something else for a while. Like a lot of the like the Hollow Live VTubers, for example, they're usually people that were successful idols, like musicians literally, or singers, or some of them were actually like comedians, which is cool and different. Like I think Hot Chama, she was a comedian before she became a V streamer. And it's like there are people that are coming from some kind of background of experience and actual talent generally. But you know, that's the whole thing. Sci-Fi says Iron Mouse is my personal favorite. I've never actually watched Iron Mouse, which is funny because like I watch a lot of people that Iron Mouse like works with. Because I know Connor Sea Dog from Trash Taste, and Iron Mouse streams with him a lot. I know Caleb Hiles, who like Iron Mouse has done like covers with, and I've seen those covers, which are excellent. I've just never sat down and watched an Iron Mouse stream. Like there's like once a streamer gets that big, like I don't have a lot of interest in watching the streams because like it's just there's just too many people, which is maybe a weird thing to say. I don't know, but like I have big respect for Iron Mouse because I've heard a lot of her story. I have big respect because Iron Mouse put in the work. Like, 'cause I don't know if people know this, but like Iron Mouse streamed for about, I think like 3, maybe 4 years before actually really having success. Like she was like for like 3 years, she was streaming to like an average of like 30 viewers, I think, on Twitch, and that was like it. And now she's really just taken off, and you know it's awesome, good for her. So that's true, it's not an easy gig. Yes, the option to go independent is there, and actually Sage, and that's what a lot of them do. Like there's a lot of Hollow Live VTubers that have retired, or so to speak, from VTubing, and they still stream, but like they just stream as themselves now. Like if anybody remembers Kiryu Coco from a couple years ago, she graduated because she got harassed to death by a bunch of people, and now she's just an independent streamer on Twitch, and she's doing great. I think Rushia is doing the same thing, although I don't know if Rushia is streaming terribly often, because I think a lot of haters followed her over to her actual account, which is a shame because Rushia was nice. But also, Sci-Fi, if you had better thumbnails, might help you. Yeah, I mean, that's really the thing with YouTube is like you have to be good at everything, kind of like you have to wear so many hats on YouTube. I mean, and I certainly can't say like I put work into my thumbnails. I can't say that they're good thumbnails because I don't really know what the measure is on that. And I like to think that my streams are you know, above average in quality, but again, like it's all relative, right? Like I think the most healthy way to handle YouTube is you just want to compare yourself to yourself, if that makes sense. Like look at your previous video, and then for your next video, what is one thing you can do better, right? That's like the easiest and simplest way. Like if you just get like 1% better every single video, or like every single stream, then after, you know, however many videos, you're suddenly making really good stuff, right? Just by that careful, methodical process of just improving little things. And sometimes, you know, you don't work on the video, you work on making a slightly better thumbnail. Like you do like one slightly different thing every time. Sage says, I get how I landed where I'm at. I mean, Sage and you, I mean, like, just it was quote unquote your first video, right? But like it's not like it was like your first time with editing or with doing anything. And I'll also say, like, you had a really great thumbnail. I'm gonna assume that you may have taken some inspiration for your thumbnail style, Sagen, from a certain other Warframe streamer or tuber, which is the other thing, right? Like, you got to be inspired by what other people are doing, see what other people are doing, and see what's working. But no, I mean, Sagen, you just landed on a really good formula all around. Like, you had the requisite skills, but also, I think more importantly, you had the knowledge. Like, and I think that it can be extremely valuable. So I just don't know how to make good ones. It's ironic because I'm an artist. I mean, it's all practice. I mean, I'm pretty sure my thumbnails are still terrible. I just try to make them stand out as much as possible. I just like making them like really colorful and like making it really clear what it's about. Like, I don't know. My click-through rate tells me that I could do much better, I'll say. But I gotta focus on composition. Zephyr said, well, Sage, if I remember correctly, Nova shared your Zephyr video with us, and that's how I found you. Guess you only need good word of mouth these days too. I mean, that's certainly another thing. Like, if you can find other people like that are like, I mean, and that's a hard thing too, because you don't really want to go around and be like, hey, you should watch my video instead, or like, look at my stuff. Like, it's like what Haruki was talking about, like when he came in, like when Haruki came in earlier with some questions about how to set the stream, like their stream. Like, Haruki was trying to make a really specific point, like, I'm trying not to come in sounding like I don't want to sound like I'm self-promoing, because like trying to do self-promo is really a fine line, and it can get you in a lot of grief with people because people don't like it. That didn't work. So, but it certainly helps if somebody, you know, gives you a thumbs up and a boost. Also helps your video quality is absolutely wild. No, yeah, Sagen, that's exactly the thing, is like Sagen put work into that video. Like, you can't look at the Zephyr video and be like, he half-assed it. Like, no, he put 100% of the ass into that video. It was really well done. Because there's an easy sign of VTuber graduated a couple days ago because of doxing and harassment. Exactly. Like, it's just happening all the time. It's a shame. Like, and a lot of it is just people who are jealous, right? Like, that's what it really comes down to. Like, it tends to be people who have also tried to stream or also tried. Why can't I stay up? Why am I only down? What the hell is happening? Son of an ass. All right, well. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. This one's gonna hurt. Son of a bitch. Oh, this one's gonna be all the way down to the bottom, guys. Son of a gun. Well, alright. We're just gonna go all the way back down because F trying to climb it up normally. It's faster just to fall down.
But don't be afraid. You can always repeat. We learn from our mistakes.
God, I don't know what's going on with that. Like, I'm just doing so terrible on the jumps all of a sudden. Like, just like the really easy jumps, like I'm just like flubbing constantly. Kind of ridiculous. Where are you taking me? Hey, back to the beginning apparently. Okay, well, let's I guess while we're riding the elevator, I can actually stop and look at all the comments because I feel like I'm falling behind in chat a little. It certainly helped. I also got told I would have been just fine without it.
But don't be afraid.
Gotten there
You can
just a bit
always
slower.
repeat. We learn from our mistakes.
Yes, we do. But no, I mean, and that's really the thing too, is like, because people always say the algorithm's against them, but honestly, the algorithm does want you to succeed. That's the thing. It's like, I can look at my analytics and I can see, like, I mean, the algorithm will push out your video to a lot of people. Like, eventually, like, once it knows what your videos are, it'll try.
Sometimes it's hard to choose the right path, but don't be afraid. You can always repeat. You learn from our mistakes.
Enough, I get it. But yeah, I mean, the algorithm really does try to, like, find people that want your video. It just takes a while for it to, like, figure out what people want that video, right? And so that's the catch. I also got a small amount of comments telling me how they watched the entire 40+ minute video, so retention stuff. Yeah, if you can make a really long video and people watch the whole thing, like, that's actually what's really helped me personally, is like the streams, because the streams have like the ratio as far as like the retention on them, because like, you know, like, maybe because basically, like, you know, during the stream itself, like, basically 100% of people that click on the stream stay to watch the stream, which is pretty good. I mean, once the stream becomes a VOD, like, the retention does drop down dramatically, because the people who click on afterwards will just kind of jump around and just, like, watch the parts they want, and that's it. Which is fine. I mean, it's a VOD. Like, they're really not designed for longevity. They're just designed to be good while they're live. I think there's also a problem with my videos with people don't watch past the 4-minute mark. It was getting better. My previous video didn't go past 30 seconds. I mean, that's the thing. You just gotta... Like, I heard a kind of like a rule of thumb for having good retention in a video is you want to put like 80% of your editing into the first like 30 seconds of the video, because that's like the most important part of the video for like if people are gonna watch the whole thing or if they're just gonna, you know, drop and bounce. It's usually like that first 30 seconds where people kind of decide if they're gonna watch it or leave. Hey, Carson. Because I did see what I liked for thumbnails and just turn them to apply to the field video. I was thinking about sci-fi. After that, I don't like self-promo either, but I find myself doing occasionally help people. I don't make lots of guides. I mean, I make lots of guides. I mean, and that's the other thing. Like, if you have like an actual relevant video, or like somebody's asking a question and you're like, well, I just so happen to have a video exactly about that topic. Like, every time Sajan's like in a room and someone's like, man, if only I knew how to play Zephyr in Warframe, I would really solve all my problems. And Sajan can just come bouncing in with the video pulled up on his laptop that he keeps in his pocket. He can be like, well, do I have good news for you, sir? Or madam. Because madams can also want to play Zephyr, I suppose. Sci-Fi is very welcome, Sajan. Sajan is the forbidden orange. Sci-Fi is Grayson took, I believe I can fly, literally. Yeah, Sci-Fi is probably a mix of interest and execution. Yeah, I mean, it's a real learning process. I mean, I've literally... I mean, I wish I'd kept more careful with tracks. I meant to do like a special, but I've done over 200 streams now. Like, if you add them all up, I've done like over 200 streams, which is a pretty good amount of practice. And we can... I mean, I'm certainly not like an S-tier streamer, but I've learned a lot. Like, if you go back to my very early streams and compare them to the streams I do now, the quality improvement is noticeable, and I can only hope that it will continue to get better as a streamer. There's still many more things I need to get better at, but we're getting there. And I mean, you gotta love the process. You gotta love the process as much as you love, or as much as you want success. You gotta love the process of getting there. Because if you're only focused on the success, you're gonna have a really not fun time. Because that's not going to be what the success does not come quick, typically. I'll see if I can put some good criticisms together for you, says Sajan. That's nice, yes, Sajan. Or Sci-Fi Freak. Carson says, hey, hi Grayson. Hi Carson, how are you doing? How are the maths? Have you solved all of them yet? Just remember, I just try to treat my videos like actual portfolio projects, trying to improve something with each one. Exactly. Like, you just gotta be patient. That's really the thing. Like this might be a shocker to people. Actually, it's probably not a shocker. It's more a shocker that people watch these streams at all at this point, but like for the first the first like 4 months that I streamed, I averaged one viewer a stream. Like literally. Like it was either like, because there's two, I'd say from the very early days, there are two people that still stop by the stream. One is Smo, because Smo's cool, and the other is Nightchan. Nightchan is probably at least as far as like I'm aware, the earliest. So I think Nightchan was like my 3rd subscriber, and Nightchan still comes by sometimes, which is cool. But yeah, so like it was either like Smo would be by or Nightchan would be by, or like there's like a couple other people like stop by now and again. But, like I basically only had like one average viewer for, like the first 4 months of my streaming, so I could have been discouraged, I suppose, and been like, oh, streaming's work. But I mean I really like the process of streaming. Like I talked about this a lot early on when I started streaming, but when live streaming has like really helped me learn that I do like being social. Like I like talking with people. Like I just have tons of anxiety and stress like in like IRL, like in the real world, and like trying to like interact with people in the real world is extremely difficult for me. Like, and I really do work on it, but like it's tough. And streaming has been like a really nice middle ground for me to be social. And so it's one of those things where like, I mean, I guess like if nobody was watching, that might get discouraging. But like, as long as like one person's watching me, like I'm basically just always going to be streaming because I love the process of it. Otherwise, like if this never becomes a big thing, that's totally fine by me. Like I love that I get to hang out with cool people and play fun games. Even if tonight's not necessarily a fun game, we usually play fun games. This one's entirely my fault, I admit. We get to play fun multiplayer games and hang out, and it's done me a world of good. Like even if it hasn't been like, I don't know, successful in the eyes of the world, like it's been a treat, honestly. And by the way, thanks for watching. Let's see. I do plug that video whenever I hear someone talk about Zephyr poorly. Says Sage. Up to Limbo Man, I always reference my guy to people or the one Spooky Pants made. This isn't pretty extremely simple but good. But yeah, Sage, whenever people ask about Zephyr, I reference you like yours is the Holy Grail. Whereas I kind of just got one of a problem and got another part of another. That's a good start, Carson. Good job. Sage says, thanks. Does anyone happen to know why a left Northerian ring must be isomorphic to its opposite? I mean, Carson, I didn't realize you were coming in here to ask grade school questions like that. Like, geez. Something that even a child would know the answer to. Come on. I won't even deign that with a response. It's so obvious. So if I manifest in reality, wanted to post infrequently but command a ton of attention when I do, it really promotes the quality over quantity reward cycle. I mean, and there's something to that for sure. Like, I think quantity over quality, or sorry, just let me try it again. Quality over quantity is certainly the metric to go for. Like assuming you can make quality, because there is a certain point to where quantity makes quality. Like you have to practice a ton to get good at something, right? And so there's a balance between like, I mean, and I'd say Sage, and you've already got like so much skill developed with editing that I'd say you've put into quantity in that sense. But because quality over quantity can be dangerous territory because it can lead to perfectionism. What's perfectionism is death for success, in my opinion. Because at some point you have to just say good enough and let things go, which can be tough. Like, I'll be honest, but that's why live streams really help me personally. Because when it's live, it's like I can't have a do-over. It's just live, and I have to accept that I have fallen off this gosh darn section of the game like 40 times. I have to climb all the way back up. Did I jump so soon? Oh, you better grab that, you son of a gun. Okay. I don't know why I was in such a dadgum hurry. Since I'm currently popping by in that other streamer stream, he seems really chill. He's saying he wants to meet you, by the way, sometime. Oh, that's super cool. I definitely wanna like stop by his stream. Because I mean, I can tell just by the way he like came into the stream. Like, he seems like a nice guy. So like, because I mean, you can tell when somebody's like, because there's been people that have come in before that are like I promise I'm not self-promoing, but, and then they kind of do like a bit of a self-promo nonsense and then disappear really quick. Like, that's, you know, that's kind of shady. But he was actually being really cool. Like, he was just having like an honest struggle, and basically was making like a desperate attempt of like, well, this guy's playing the game, he must know how to do it, which is fair. Like, I don't know if I would have the courage to ask like a stranger like that, because I mean, basically for the exact same reason he had, the fear of like, it's like, I'm just gonna get banned for being a self-promo a-hole. But I do hope our IRL meet was a good thing for you. So it sounds like you're just going for the internet historian approach, Stajan. Oh yeah, Stajan, that was really cool being able to meet IRL. Like, that was fun. And I don't know if how much it came across, but like that was a little nerve-wracking because I don't do social very good, which is weird, right? Because like, it's there. I think when you're a streamer, you have to have a certain amount of social in you, which this streaming has really helped me find that, which is nice. I've discovered that I don't hate people. I just don't like being around them. Please. Okay. We're just gonna... I'm gonna stand right here. I want to catch up with checks. I keep getting farther behind. That's one good example. So having looked to be a top 3 for working guides overall. The tune says this game is like your self-indulgence. I love this game, guys. I hope that, like, I mean, I hope this isn't like too obnoxious for folks. I mean, I guess like obviously you have the freedom to leave if you don't like watching this. Always, like, never feel obligated to be here. Like, this game is a present for Grayson. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like, this is obviously very different from the games we usually play on here, like historically or otherwise. But I'm really having I'm having a lovely time. Like, and to be clear, like, I love playing, like, the other games we're playing on streams, like, I love playing them. Like, if I didn't like playing the game, I wouldn't stream it. Like, there's been plenty of games we've done that have been like one-offs because like I wasn't feeling it, or because like I didn't like the game enough to keep playing it. But like, so like if it's a game I'm continuing to play, it's because I really do enjoy it. But Only Up is absolutely like me being a little selfish and being like, well, okay. Y'all gotta admit that one was Garbo. That was actually, like, I fell through a solid platform. What is happening? Lord. Like, y'all have to admit that one was rigged. Well, hold on, we're gonna talk for a little bit. I need to cool down. There's a lot you're gonna have to fight Nova for that. Person says frowny face. Card in my brain is not unlike a fish egg, smooth, small, and slimy. Luckily, Nova and I aren't the exact same market. Our videos do have enough differences to coexist. That's true. I mean, and that's really the thing is like you got to find your own voice. Like ideally, you should be bringing something that's completely unique to your channel. If you're trying to be a direct copycat, you're never going to get anywhere. If I'm interested in my videos, take about a few days a week to make. If you haven't watched them, you don't need answers. Would you say they're good, relatively speaking? Thank you. So I work at I'm definitely trading into perfection territory. Which done yet sci-fi we do in tattoo, and I'll get to you on that. Thanks, man. So he was saying he genuinely needed help for it. Right, yeah, I mean Haruki did that in the most respectful way you could, I think. And that's totally understandable. Like, as somebody who has been absolutely flummoxed by stream problems, like, and I mean, we've talked about, like, I don't know if we've talked about this, but I don't even want to, like, try to count up the number of hours that Smo has spent helping me, like, with streaming stuff. Just, like, all the streaming-related problems, like, Smo has helped me with. It's embarrassing. And there's basically no way I'll ever be able to make. I don't know if there's any way I'll ever be able to, like, offer him any kind of, like, equivalent help. Like, I don't have this, I don't have any marketable skills, guys. I guess I could offer to do his plumbing, but I guess I'd have to fly out there or something, I don't know. But that's like why, like, whenever I can help somebody, I do want to, because I feel like I've had to work really hard to learn the things I do know how. And I don't want to be stingy about sharing that with people. So this is for sure. So it's kind of similar point of mine, very outgoing but private. I'm like a goblin. It's one of those things, right? Like, I mean, people always say like the anonymity of the internet is like a curse, right? Because the anonymity lets people be kind of jerks to each other. But I think it also, for some people, it really helps them come out of their shell. Like, for me, it's been a very safe space, weirdly enough. Like, I feel like I can kind of be myself. And I realize, like, I still, even to this point, I haven't fully opened up in the way I want to. Like, there's obviously, like, I'm still working on being more social and learning how to talk to people. Which Only Up has been good for that too, actually, because Only Up, there's only the game. Like, and there's not much about the game I can really keep talking about. And so, like, this has been a good chance to talk about other things and have good practice of conversation, like humans do, because we're all humans here. So yeah, I could feel a little uneasy from you, but I expected it. That's why I led most of the conversation. Yeah, thanks, Sajin. Yeah, I know. I hope I never come off as, like, I don't know. So I feel like I've heard this from, like, other people, like, like other IRL friends I've had, like, especially back in like high school and stuff. Like, people always thought, I was like, man, you really don't seem like you want to be here. It's like, no, I'm having a great time. What do you mean? They're like, oh, but you're just being quiet and you're just hanging out over there, far away from everybody. It's like, no, I'm here though. Like, if I didn't want to be here, I would leave. I have NPC energy, guys. I don't talk unless spoken to, which is something I'm trying really hard to get better at. But it says Only Up has bizarre addictive beauty to it. No, Only Up is just nice. Like a lot of people are hating on this game because they're calling it, like, really janky. They're calling it, like, a rip-off. It's just like, it's like, oh, it's just a rip-off of Getting Over It, or like other games. Like, I mean, I think it really has its own charm to it. Like, for all its jank, like, it is really, I don't know, it's cohesive in its design in a weird way. Like, I have to respect it for that. And, like, and again, like, I'm just having a great time. Like, I'm playing the same sections over and over again. But, like, I totally don't mind because the game's fun. And I recognize it's probably not fun for everybody. There's many a compilation on YouTube of people losing their gosh darn minds playing this game because they are not having fun. And that's okay. Not everybody has to enjoy the same things. And this game really is designed to kind of get a rise out of you. And it's peeved. There's been a couple of falls even today where like I'm just kind of like, really? That is kind of a bunch of baloney, but like it's like overall I'm just having a lovely time. No issue for me, thankfully, says Agent. Carson says, literally just climbing on things that's tailor-made for Grayson. No, I love this, like, and that's probably what it is too, is like the art of climbing is something I love doing. Like, I don't think I've mentioned this before, but there was this is like back in elementary school, so this is the deep lore if you want the backstory of Grayson Allen. Back in elementary school, me and my friends, there was a game we'd play called Dumb and Dumber, and I can't believe nobody ever died or got hurt, but our whole goal of Dumb and Dumber was we would climb on different things and then jump from the top of those things, and whoever like jumped from the highest up and also had like the most distance jumped, like you want to climb up and then jump up in a way, like whoever was brave enough to go the farthest. Oh, come on, guys, are you, oh come on. All right, I think we're done climbing at this point, I'm gonna be honest. It's getting late enough. I'm sorry, what was that? I landed and then you rocketed me off? Yeah, we're okay, we're definitely done. That's it for climbing up tonight. Here's a fun one for people. Yeah, look at that, I fell through the road. That's the part that collapses. And so it's actually not there, apparently, as far as the physics are concerned. Now we're really just going all the way down, folks. Look at that fall. Can he make it all the way down in one swoop? I think he can. Oh, who was a believer? Who thought he could make it all the way from 60% to 0% in 30 seconds or less? Ah, the champ. The reigning champ of suck. Mr. Allen. Anyway. Okay, so we're here now. And we're done climbing.
Sometimes it's hard to choose the right path, but don't be afraid. You can always repeat. We learn from our mistakes.
That's enough up for me tonight, but I still enjoy this game. We'll come back to it. We'll probably play this more on Tuesday, actually, because we're not going to be doing the anime podcast. We're doing the podcast every other week, so I'll probably play this more on Tuesday. We'll see if we can get farther, get more skilled. I do want to catch up with chat, so we'll probably just kind of hang out down here for a second and talk. So if I said, Grayson, if you like this, you'll probably like Death Stranding, a game I'll fight to the death for. You know, I've heard about Death Stranding. I've never... The chat died. Is the stream dead? The stream's not dead, but the chat died. Can, what the hell? Okay, hold on. Where chat actually died? Oh, there it is. Okay, it's back. Well, that was badonkly. What the hell? Okay, we're back. Hey. Of course, my guys like, we're just gonna relax and read chat together, and then everything crashed. It was like on command. Oh, Stream Tunes died. There they are. Okay. Sorry. We'll have some sweet chill tunes. No, we won't. I guess the Stream Tunes are gonna crash. Okay. Yeah, who wanted those? Silly me. Okay, so I don't know what's happening. The stream is trying to get away from me, so I guess we're definitely gonna be done playing, but... So if Grayson, if you like this, you'd probably like Death Stranding. I've never played Death Stranding. I've heard of it. I don't really know much about it, except like it's always raining in that game, right? That's like all I know, I guess. Saying since today is not your day, you goodness. It is your propensity for attracting stream issues borders on anomalous. It's weird, Sage, and I gotta be honest. Like, at this point, like, this is a whole... This... I mean, maybe this is like a superstition. And I don't think I've ever said this out loud. But I have a personal belief, as far as, like, the way the universe works, is that the more there is something you're supposed to do, the more there will be resistance, right? And like, I've kind of felt like, I mean, this is maybe me being a giant narcissist, but like, I've had such like an anomalous amount of like difficulty streaming that like, and it's crashing in. Good. This is, you know, we're gonna close the game actually, because the game is clearly just making everything else freak the hell out. So I don't have, can you believe this? I've been streaming for a year and a half. I don't have a just chatting screen, and I apologize for that. I don't have a just chatting screen. I've never had that. I gotta make one, because now we're just stuck here like this. Here, I don't know. Well, yeah, we'll hang out here for a second. I gotta, that's on my to-do list apparently. But no, yeah, the more there's something you're supposed to do, I really think there are forces that conspire against you to try to discourage you. And so that's how I felt with streaming. Is like, I've had so much issues with it. Like, it feels like that means like it's something I have to keep doing. But, and so I'm going to stick to it. Living alone is huge for being able to fully express yourself, at least for me. I could tell you didn't hate it. I could assume you were there because you wanted to be. That's good. Also doesn't help that I look as frightening as I can. That's true. Like, I'll be honest, Sajin. I didn't expect you to have that many knives strapped to a belt. Like, and like the hockey mask was also a bold choice for a family restaurant. I remember being a massive pain in the ass in elementary school because my autism at the time was very severe before I had therapy. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody's necessarily at their best in elementary school. Like, I can tell you for a fact, like I was an obnoxious child, like extremely obnoxious. Like, I can't believe I had friends at all. And then I moved on to middle school, where I was an extremely angry child. And once again, how did I have friends? Who knows? And then in high school, I was just generally apathetic about everything. But I'd like to think I've gotten better since then. But it's, I don't know, we all learn and grow, theoretically, right? Sage just says, haha. This is a G-Man rough COVID today. And I'll be home in a few minutes. I stand by afterwards. Sounds good, Sajin. Person says, Cypher says, so cool and relaxing. The story is a masterpiece. No, I do want to, I want to look into Death Stranding a little bit more, because I really don't know anything about it. And so like, I don't have any clue of like if it's like a genre I'd be interested in or not. But I've certainly heard of it. My chances of you were that we would cushion your fall. That's a tune. I think it's fine. We were just watching. Jen says chat moment. The tune says use the podcast background. I could, I guess. Hold on, wait. We're going to the lab. That's not right. I'm here now. It's really not that different, is it? Here, I can... And then... Yeah. This is moderately better anyway. I don't know. Sci-Fi says, me who had no friends all through K through 12. Shock face. This is one of the most bizarre and beautiful games I ever played through it 3 times already. Reminds you in a lot of ways of Near Automata. Ugh. See, I don't. That's I realize sci-fi. I'm probably in the minority. Near Automata was not a game I liked. And maybe eventually I'll do a podcast with Zyga about it because that's probably one of Zyga's favorite games. I know it's like in his top 5. But I pretty much didn't like Near Automata the whole way through. I had a miserable time playing it. Jen says, look at that pro streamer. Yeah, we did it, guys. We're here. Jen says, I'm almost certain I want to start streaming, but I'm not sure if I want to do variety like you or one game. I mean, I'll say, Jen, like, I only streamed Final Fantasy 14 for like my first 5 months. Like, I stuck to one game very specifically. And the only reason I play multiple games now is because Smo talked me into it. Like, and I'm still not sure if it was the right decision, honestly, because there's a lot of issues with being a small streamer and doing a variety of games. It does make it a lot harder to get traction, I feel. But I mean, it just depends on how you do it. Like, I think I typically, like, Only Up is an anomaly, but I do typically stay within the genre of, like, I tend to play multiplayer games that are cooperative online multiplayer, because that's like Warframe, that's Final Fantasy 14. We've done like a handful of other games where, like, it's generally that schism of that's not even the right word I want to use, but that feel is generally, why is my shoulder being cut off? That's why. I'm over here now, guys. I'm over here. Look at this. Look at these pro streamer maneuvers. You'd never see streaming like this from Hollow Live. That quality, though. Yeah, I mean, Jen, I would say the most important thing about streaming is you just start. Like, I dilly-dallied on streaming for like a year before I finally went through with it. And that's the one thing I do regret. I could have started sooner and started having fun sooner. And so you just got to go for it and just learn. His Nier is amazing, though. What do you have? The story and its message are incredible. Did you play Nier Replicant, or out of curiosity? I never played Replicant. I want to play Replicant because, I mean, here's the thing, right, Sci-Fi? I will say, Nier Automata, I personally consider the worst game I've ever beaten. And that is saying something, because usually if I don't like a game, I don't finish it. Like anything else, like I just once I stop enjoying something, I just go away. Like it's a waste of time, right? I'll say, like, as much as I didn't like Nier Automata, I did stick with it the whole way through. I played the whole thing. I got most of the achievements. I did basically all the side content. And so, like, there was something to Nier where, like, I was compelled to experience the whole thing. But I generally, like, and I mean, I don't want to turn this into like a hate fest on Automata, but I really, there's just a lot of, like, the basic philosophy that's in the game that I really don't agree with, that leaves an icky taste in my mouth. And so I mean, and maybe one day I'll get into that, but that's a whole other conversation for another day. And I don't want it to turn into me. I don't want to feel like I'm just hating on something you like, because I recognize a lot of people like that game, and it's not a bad game. I think it was an exceptional game that did a lot of things really nicely. It just really wasn't my cup of tea. It says maybe you can play maybe 2 games if you're regular about it. Atune says you like being carried. Got it. That's true. I am just a giant toddler. Atune has called me out. The truth. I am emotionally 2 years old, and my feet are tired, and I want to be carried. That's what it is. Carson says sliding back and forth like you're a boss in an old shooter arcade game. It's fine. Life says, now that is an interesting hot take. Yeah, I mean, I've thought about doing a video on it, like an actual video essay, because I feel like the majority of opinions out there for Nier Automata are that it's like a fantastic game, like nearly flawless, and I feel like that's maybe not true, but. And I generally, I don't like doing negative content. Like, I don't want to hate on things. Like, if I don't like something, I just tend to be quiet about it and just let people enjoy their fun. Like, I don't want to. I would never want any clout or success to come from like spreading like negativity. Like that feel icky to me. Chin says the near podcast is basically going to be chat and Zyga throwing tomatoes at Gray. Lamo. It's so rude. Sci-fi says Replicant is better in terms of story, but Automata is better in terms of gameplay. That's what I've heard. I've heard a lot of people really like the Replicant story, but the gameplay is a lot more repetitive. And, oh, so he can say it, but not me. Okay. Sam says, dude, do it. Send that video. It'll kill. It probably would. It'd take a lot of work. And I think the biggest thing that's keeping me from doing it is like I'd have to replay the game, right? Because I would need footage of the game. And playing Automata is a big problem. Maybe if I can find somebody else to like play the game for me and give me the footage, maybe I'll do that, because I so badly don't want to play it again. Because like I don't know how else I could make a video about it, because like if I did this like just a talking head video where like I don't show any near footage, I'm just complaining about it, it'd be such a based video. So when I said like near, I was referring to its environmental storytelling and beauty. Stories are nowhere near the same. Wink, wink. I just said you need footage. Yeah. Jen says I'll play it for you. So I was the Replicant and Death Stranding, the only two video games that made me cry, like crying my eyes out and then tears flowing for minutes. And I never had that happen previously. Jen says, and then it was Fenton to Lala. That's the only payment. Jen, are you saying that you've given up on reaching it to the top of Only Up? Are you suggesting that you're not gonna get that sweet request? Which, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it in this stream, but it's not just Jen. There is currently an open bounty. If somebody in the community can beat Only Up before I do, they get they basically get a wish. They get a reasonable wish that is within my powers as a Grayson Allen to grant. And Jen's been working for it because he wants to turn me into a Lalafell in Final Fantasy 14, which is one of the meanest things, actually. I gotta be honest, I thought me and Jen were friends, but he is trying to hurt me in a very deep way. It's okay. iTunes has got to get all 26 endings in Automata, though. I got 25 of the endings in Automata. There was one ending I didn't get because it required me to do things I didn't want to do. And I'll leave it at that. Guess I'll get this, I'll do it later. Got it clean. Cypher says, didn't someone beat it in only 8 minutes or something? Yeah, the speed records in Only Up are nonsense. And Don says, kitty in a box? Hi Don. Hey, Dan, Don Heng. Hello. Thank you for your kitty in a box. We're actually, as you can see, we have currently rage quit from Only Up for now. So we're kind of on a wind down as we cool our heads. But hey, howdy ho. Jen says, look, Gray, sure you can call it hurting, but I will do it. Jen, that's so mean. Sci-Fi says, was the ending why? I don't even know. I mean, and again, this gets into a whole thing of like why I don't like Automata, is because the game tries to have a very morally complex story, right? Like this will be the one point I make. It has a very morally gray story, shall we say? Like, because there's lots of good things that happen, lots of bad things that happen, and you're kind of stuck in the middle somewhere. The problem is that the game kind of forces you to do, like, it's not even like, it doesn't really become, it's not really choices you make. It's just in order to progress the game, you have to do certain terrible things. And then they try to tell you like, oh, you know, what a terrible thing you did. And it's like, in my opinion, if the game makes you do something in order to progress the game, that game has not given you a morally great choice. They have simply made you do a terrible thing and then try to wag their finger at you for it. And any game that does this, I don't care for. And Automata had a lot of things like that, where they either encourage you or force you to do things that were against my moral compass, and then they try to shove it in your face like, oh, you know, this terrible thing, or like this whatever drama it is, and it's just, I don't know. There's just 5 trends, the others are jokes, yeah. And she's the one to put the bargain up. Don says, don't you mean only cry in rage? Yeah, you right, Dan. You right. That's why we're not playing the game right now. Actually, the game started crashing something fierce, and so we're just kind of chatting for a little bit before we end the stream. But I appreciate you coming by. We'll be playing more only up on Tuesday, because I'm going to beat this game. Gosh darn it! I got like 70% of the way up today, and then I fell all the way to the gosh darn bottom because I fell through a solid platform, not like a trick platform. I fell through solid ground. I glitched, and I'm a little bitter. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little bitter that the game stole that from me. But yeah, it's I'm trying to cool off a little. This is not mean. It's so bold of you to admit you've rage quit anything. They don't want to put the bargain up 5 trillion. There are jokes. You see that, but that's what E is meant to break. You get to choose how it ends. Yeah, ending E, I have a lot of problems with too. But again, I don't want to get into, like, I don't want to spoil the game for anyone, because I will say, like, Nier Automata is worth playing. Like, I think it's worth experiencing if you're interested. And it's like, I never want to spoil that experience for anybody else, because I think it's worth the experience, even if you don't necessarily like it. Oh, here's great with a fantastic reflection about choice and impact in games. Ooh, shush, Carson. Get out of here. A tune says lol. Jen says no. Dan or Don? I'm really sorry. I don't. It's probably Dan. I'm an idiot, but I mean, I'll be busy story around doing homework later. That's fair. Writing stories, Dan. That's cool. Like a personal project, or like, is the story writing part of the homework? Jen says, you just suck. Jen, you suck. How dare you? Can you, Jen, can you do me a solid and ban yourself forever for my streams? I'd really appreciate it. Steve says, yeah, never spoil it. Tune says, wow, Jen. Praise them not being sarcastic. I'm legitimately praising your take. It's insightful and nuanced. No, I mean, and that's, I mean, thanks, Carson, I guess. I mean, that's just like, I realize like it's kind of a personal take, and obviously many people will have disagreements about that. But I certainly think, like, I think games can have moral complexity and be very interesting about it, right? Like, I think maybe it's relatively simple, but it was still worked very effectively. But like Undertale, right? I mean, again, I imagine everybody's played Undertale at this point, but to keep it vague, that game does let you make choices, and you get to make every single one of those choices. And so when you get to the results of those choices, it's entirely on you, and that feels pretty fair in that sense. And so I consider Undertale, and like, even though like it basically only has like one of 2 roads, like it's pretty simplistic, like it still is like you get to make the choices, and like the consequences are pretty legitimate in that sense. But that's a whole other thing. Gray doesn't honk Star Rail, so he doesn't know. Jen says, yeah, I got it. I'm from by myself. Turns out I can't. So dang it, Jen. That's just the thing I like to do recently. That's cool. I mean, story, honestly, having a good creative hobby is important. I've been learning how to draw recently, and it's been nice. It's good to have those outlets. And I actually used to do writing. I don't do that so much anymore, because I don't know that I have the patience or the skill for it necessarily. It's Probably a practice thing, but you know. Hold on, I need to get a drink of water. My throat's getting all scratchy. Dang it. Okay. Says, I honestly didn't want to play because there's too much emphasis on the asset in front of you, and I know I'd feel dumb playing it for at least a bit. The asset? Oh, sure, for Nier Automata. Yeah, there's some weirdness in Automata for that, honestly. Like one of the achievements is specifically to spend a certain amount of time peeking underneath their skirt, which is super creepy. They play Revenant and this agent that doesn't have any of the assets. There's this thanks, Carson, I guess. Wow, way to just rip up my will you date me note and laugh. Oh, Carson, you're so sweet. But no, I mean, sorry. I didn't mean to come off that casual about it, but no, I honestly like I appreciate that, Carson. It's hard to tell who's being sarcastic in chat today because everyone is gunning for my giblets for some reason. Sorry, I gotta clean. Enjoy. See you later, Jen. Bye. Don't rage us by talking gray. We'll see you later, Jen. Have a good one. And yeah, we'll end up here in a second. Things I also just don't super care. That's fair. I mean, there's like a million games, right? And so there's really no reason to play a game you don't want to play. Like if anybody ever tells you like a game is a must play, like you have to play it no matter what, that's probably not true. There's so many games. Like there's not enough time in the universe to play all the games that exist. And so certainly don't waste your time playing a game you don't like. Like that's like across the board for anything. Like don't waste your time doing things you don't like doing. Like, I mean, outside of like the necessities, because I'll be honest, like if I could skip like sleep and eating, I would never do those either. That's wasted time in my opinion, but you know, there's certain things you have to do, but like as far as like entertainment, like don't waste your time with stuff you don't like. Cypher's Replicant is really, really good though, man. I mean, really, really good. There's LS mostly do the villain story resonates really deeply with me. Yeah, I mean, and again, I do want to play Replicant eventually because, like, as much as I didn't like Automata, there is something to the universe that is intriguing to me. So I may eventually look into Replicant. I mean, I don't know if I'll play Replicant is the thing. Like, I may cheat a little bit and just like watch somebody else play it, so I can kind of get the experience in a more condensed fashion. But I just can't bring myself to be interested in sci-fi. Yeah, Sage, I know how much you hate sci-fi stories. Oh, you were talking to sci-fi. I see. That makes more sense. I also can't really get into story games for the sake of story. Gotta have a kick-ass game under it. I mean, honestly, Sage, Automata, like Replicant has kind of repetitive gameplay from what I understand, but Automata has a really fun game system. Like if you like action RPGs, it's got a really solid action RPG style to it. I will give it that. Like there's lots of good variety in weapons. The combat system's pretty complex. Like it's complex without being complicated. Like the gameplay was very satisfying. And there's multiple things you like styles of gameplay throughout the game. Like the gameplay itself is pretty good. It's really the story that I have issues with. But that's the whole thing. And again, you don't never play something you don't want to play. Weapons gameplay is excellent too. Really? It's like you don't even know us. That's the tune. So the story just has higher priority, especially with that fourth wall stuff that it pulls. Yeah, it's not huge for me. Sacrifice is fair enough. Only story games I got into is Omori, and it took me a bit. How is AC6 going for you? I haven't had a ton of time for it the last 2 days, but I do really like AC6. AC Gears and Arms 6. Neat. I've heard that's a pretty good game. I know Smo's excited to play it, but he's stuck playing Final Fantasy 16 until he finishes. So haha to him. He has to play another game he likes a lot instead. But anyway. Tyler says, yeah, mostly playing Warframe for video, but stuck on a boss in chapter 4. Eh, that'll happen. I've heard Armored Core is pretty difficult. It's not Dark Souls difficult, it is a different kind of difficult, but I've heard it is a challenge nonetheless. Alrighty. I think we're gonna go ahead and kind of wrap this up now. I'm glad I was able to catch up with the chat. This was fun. Thanks everybody for indulging me on Only Up. I realize this might not necessarily be up y'all's alley, but I mean, I don't know. I guess I am curious, like, because there's like other things I'm interested in trying out, like for the streams, that would be different from the usual content. And I'm thinking about like maybe putting up like a poll on YouTube about it, because you can do polls there. It's pretty cool. But also I want to respect that y'all have subscribed probably for different games. I'm certainly not going to like abandon those games, but like there's other things I'm kind of curious about trying out. I might I'd like y'all's feedback, since you know this is your channel too. You guys come here, so I want it to be a place you like. It's honestly not really not yet, but soon. Don't forget to pick a data center for Sunday Alliance raid. That's true, Hatun. You're right. I'll make a note of that in the Discord. Sci-Fi says, all right, Gary's fun. Sci-Fi says, got to sleep since it's 1 a.m. here. Yikes. Well, thanks for hanging out so late, Sci-Fi. Jeez, and also, I know Hatun is like, it's like 4 in the morning or something stupid for Hatun, so. Hatun gets a nice relaxing holiday weekend, I'm sure. I'm sure Hatun's looking forward to so much. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll probably post a poll about that like the next day or two. And then we also got other cool different things. Like I got a plan for Monday, because Monday is a holiday. Sci-Fi's alright, man. We'll see you, Sci-Fi. Yeah, so Monday we're gonna do something a little different we've never done before, and I think it'll be fun. And I'm curious to see what y'all think about it, because it'll be a fun little holiday treat, because I have an extra day for streaming that I normally don't. So we'll leave it at that for now, but I think it'll be cool. Oh yeah, making pumpkin spice lattes. Hatun, is it true that you get a free pumpkin spice latte every single day? Is that the facts? But yeah, so anyway, we'll go ahead and get out of here. It's getting sufficiently late, and we're not even playing a game at this point. We're just talking. So yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Not this weekend, but next weekend. We need to do something, because it's my birthday. We got to do a birthday stream. What do people do for their birthday streams? I need to figure that out. I don't know what people do. Do people like play spin the bottle? Like what? I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure that out later. That tune says, as an employee, all drinks are free whilst working. That's pretty sweet. Does that mean that you can be just absolutely loaded up on caffeine? That's pretty sweet. Sage is good stream, Gray. Sage says next weekend. Yes, that is correct, Sajan. Not on the 9th, but on the 10th. Because I know we have our plans for the 9th. But then Sunday is my birthday. And so I'm going to do a special birthday stream too. Which I guess, by the way, there's a special Saturday stream. Next Saturday stream is being planned. Still slightly under wraps until we get it fully 100% guaranteed. But that'll be a fun stream too. Got some fun streams coming up. I'm excited for them. So anyway, thanks everyone for hanging out. Just some quick thoughts. If anybody has any ideas, like always feel free to post them in Discord. I always like seeing what other people want to have done and do. Bro, that's like 4 days before mine. Frowny face. Wow, Hatun, we're like birthday twins. That's so exciting. That means we're practically say this is whatever the hell you want. Great. Perfect. Sagen has given us permission. We're gonna play a dating sim. There you go. I'll find the crappiest harem dating sim we can find on Steam, and we'll do that for the stream. That'll be so much fun. Hatun says frowny face angry. Sagen says, oh no. But I mean, no, we'll we'll find something. We'll find a middle ground of something fun to do that'll be different. Because you gotta do something a little special for a birthday stream, right? We'll figure something out. So I've been meaning to think about that, but I keep forgetting that September happens when it does. As soon says just plain Nekopada. Oh no. Hatun, I would consider Nekopada an actual punishment. Like if I were to ever stream that game, I would have had to lose a sizable bet, or somebody would have had to give me like $1,000 or some absurd amount of money. So that's probably not on the table for a birthday stream, but keep playing, keep trying, and we'll think of something fun. Hatun says exactly. It's so rude, Hatun. Why are you still here? You need to go to bed and make your pumpkin spice lattes. Says happy birthday one day before the disaster. Thanks, Sagen. So kind of you. All right. I guess happy early birthday to Hatun as well, huh? Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. I keep saying we're gonna leave and then we don't. We're leaving for realsies. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I hope you have a lovely night and or early morning, whatever it may be. And I guess we'll maybe see you tomorrow for Elden Ring we're playing. Yes. And so that'll be cool. And then Sunday we're doing Alliance Raid in 14. That'll also be cool. And then stuff. Okay, so bye. Hatun says bye. Bye, Hatun. Bye, Sagen. Bye, everyone. Hope y'all have a good night. We'll talk more later. Okay, bye.